Alright, you guys, we're coming in for another message. This time we're going to look into the Chinese Zodiac. Alright, we're going to look into the Chinese Zodiac. Next one. And we actually only have two cards to come out. Alright, we only have two. And the first one we have is the snake. Alright, the snake. This is card number 6. And the snake, it says to say little and process great wisdom. Lining in with the fire, and we just talked about the fire with the previous message. Also, the snake, the year of the snake is 2025. And we talked about 2025 when we talked about generation beta, okay? All right. And then finally we have here the horse. The horse also line in with fire, okay? Not only do it line in with fire, we are currently in the year of the horse, 2026. It talks about cheerful, skillful, with money, and perceptive. All right, so we have card number 6 and card number 7, the snake and the horse. All right, so what is it you would like to say, Spirit? We're not going to use no overall clarifiers. I don't feel a need. So we're kind of just going to get into the actual message of what Spirit wants us to know about. All right. So tell us more about the snake. All right. Tell me more about the snake. All right. We have here a 9 of Cups. So that 9 of Cups, that's like a wish fulfilled. All right. Somebody could be happy, excited about something. Something could be working out in somebody's favor. Okay. Tell me more about this 9 of Cups. All right. We have here a 3 of Swords. This here kind of talk about sadness. All right. Now, I don't know if somebody was being just that, verbatim, a snake, all right, doing something deceptive, okay, and maybe they feel like they getting away or have gotten away with something. I'm picking up that vibe, especially from a 9 of Cups, then go into a 3 of Swords, all right. Tell us more about this here, Spirit. All right, the next one we got here, a Wheel of Fortune. All right, so that could talk about moving forward with something, okay? So tell me now, which way is this wheel going? We see the wheel, but which way is it going? We have the King of Pentacles coming out. Now, King of Pentacles like a business person, right? And something could be looking in this person's favor, okay? But I'm seeing two parts here. I'm seeing like somebody could have did something. Maybe they got some fulfillment out of it. But whatever it is, it wasn't on the up and up. Okay, I'll put it like that. Maybe that's how this individual was able to move forward in life. Maybe this was some type of way this person was able to gain some type of success in life. Okay, I can see that too. Now, confirm overall what we're seeing here. Overall, we got here 2 of Cups. So that talks about even like some form of partnership. So this could be something dealing with some form of partnership. Again, however this individual got to where they're at, they utilize some betrayal, okay, or they found out some type of information. Maybe they was up. Maybe they done got caught, because I'm also picking up from this Three of Swords. They could talk about hearing some unexpected news. All right. Anything final with the snake. And you have there a King of Cups. All right. And we have there the King of Cups. If I'm not mistaken, the King of Cups did show itself in the previous message as well, when we was talking about the fire signs, right? All right. So you probably want to go back and see that video to see how this King of Cups play out in this situation. But I'm not going to go any further with that part. Now let's look over here now at the horse. Tell me about the horse. We have the death card, so it's some type of end of something, okay? We are currently in 2026, all right? Something could be coming to an end of a cycle. I also can see an end of a cycle even when we see this Wheel of Fortune over here, okay? So it's something pertaining to an end of a cycle. Tell me more about this death card. And then we have there the Fool for a new beginning. All right. This here can talk about took a leap of faith. It could talk about your innocence or taking a risk. Tell me more about the Fool card here. And from there we got a Queen of Wands. All right. Now we saw the King of Wands in the previous reading, but this time we're seeing the Queen of Wands come out in this reading. Okay. So tell me more now about this Queen of Wands. We got the sun, so something had been illuminated. I feel like somebody is going to get a fresh start at something. This talks about that cheer, joy, happiness, okay? So, and lining in with right what the cards say. We said in the beginning that the horse represent what? Cheerful, skillful, and with money and perceptive. All right. So it's kind of like something that has finally coming to an end. All right. And we also, this being here, the card number 7, the horse, that also talks about something come to an end. All right. They like to use that. Let's see what else. It talks about a completion, a spiritual awakening, and what? Inner wisdom. And we already talked about over here with the snake. It says what? It says say little and process great wisdom. All right. So like I said, it could have been a King of Pentacles that could have did something to the point where they manipulated a situation. And again, with this 9 of Cups, tells me whatever it is, they was probably into what they were doing for a long period of time. With this 9 of Cups coming out here, could have been pretty successful at it, but this 3 of Swords tells me about the betrayal. All right, and maybe somebody could have found out some information about something. There go the wheel. So something being cut off, stop. All right, and the card landed on what? That King of Pentacles. Okay, and then you got here a 2 of Cups, and following the 2 of Cups, there go what? A King of Cups. Now, whether or not if this King of Pentacles came into some form of partnership with the King of Cups, I'm not really going to look into that. Everybody know their own story. All right. Now, closing it out here, Spirit. Let's close this message out. So what is the final conclusion, or what is the final that you could say overall when it comes to the snake and the horse? And I'm not going to use those. We're going to keep moving with these. So what is the closing for this message? We have here a 2 of Wands. So that talks about planning, preparation. It talks about the future. It talks about success, victory. We also have here a Knight of Wands. So that right there talks about the action. Somebody's going to be taking some type of action. Tell me one more on this here Knight of Wands. And we have the Magician. Somebody may have some willpower, or somebody could have been kind of manipulating something. It can go either way. Give me a closing. Going back to what we said, how somebody could have gained some form of success. Okay. And we ended with, we got the Ten of Pentacles, and we also have here King of Swords. All right. So overall, that's what we see here for that. Okay? Somebody has some mental clarity about something as well. Okay? Could even have something to do with a legacy. Okay? Also. Okay? And we're going to leave it there. And again, we see the Sun, and we see, again, that King of Pentacles. So it's been some light, something been illuminated when it comes to this situation. And I just don't feel a need to kind of just dwell in it. Okay? Talk to you in a bit.